Hello and welcome to History Week 8. This week we are going to be working on analyzing primary sources. So we're going to be talking about what they are, and then we're also going to be engaging in some activities working on them and using them. And primary sources are foundational to the field of history, and this will not be the last time that you encounter these. You'll definitely use them at some point in your academic career for research or research projects. And so I want you all to have a strong foundation in using primary sources. So with that being said, let's talk about what they are. So primary sources, their definition is that they are a work that gives firsthand information about an event or time and is created at or shortly after that event or time. So examples of this are diaries, letters, journals, interviews, speeches, creative works, photographs, newspaper articles, and artifacts. There's also more, but these are the main ones we're going to be focusing on. Now, in terms of why they are important, why they are being taught to you, they provide direct evidence for historical events. So, tying back to our examples, this would be newspaper, artifacts, or photographs. They provide insight into the lives of historical figures. So, this would maybe be interviews, letters, and diaries. And then they show the impact of historical events. So this could be seen in creative works like art. And remember, history impacts art. So creative works, art. And then lastly, they give perspective of people who experience these historical events. So examples of this would again be interviews, speeches, or journals. So I want you guys to watch these short videos because they pertain to what we are going to be doing in our class activity. In class, we're going to be analyzing primary sources from these events in class. So from the civil rights movement or from the women's suffrage movement. So watch these videos. They're pretty quick and they should be pretty interesting.
Today, we're going to take a journey.
Now, in terms of what we're going to be doing in class, working with primary sources, we're going to be analyzing primary source documents from either the civil rights movement or the women's suffrage movement. So my goal for this activity is that you will familiarize yourself with primary sources. And that you also can get a solid understanding of what they are and why they are important. So this is going to be a group activity. What I'm going to have you do is choose a historical event, either the civil rights movement or the women's suffrage movement, whichever one stands out to you or you find more interesting. And you're going to read primary sources from them. So your groups will be assigned based off of who chooses what. And you and your group are first going to discuss what you learned from the video in this presentation. And then I want you guys to analyze the sources and answer these questions. So who created this? What's the main message? And what does it tell us about this time period? And these questions, again, are going to help you understand why primary sources are used and why they're important. And then your group will share your findings, and you can either do this by giving a short presentation so someone from your group can tell us what you found, or if you'd rather, you can write your answers down and I'll read them out to the class. But the point again of this is that we're going to have a discussion and talk about these primary sources so that you feel comfortable and familiar with them. And in terms of homework for next class, all you need you to do is watch the videos on the previous slides. So I want you to watch the ones on both the civil rights and the women's suffrage movement, even if one isn't as interesting or the other, and you're not going to choose the one. That's fine. I want you to watch both, and then email me if you have any questions. Thank you so much.